Anything that enters an airspace that's not supposed to be there is a threat. There's a stigma on Capitol Hill. I mean, some of my colleagues are very interested in this topic, and some kind of, giggle when you bring it up. But I don't think we can allow the stigma to keep us from having an answer to a very fundamental question.
The truth is out there, and we may soon find out more than we ever thought about UFOs. As questions mount and military officials scramble to put out a report, this newly leaked and mysterious video of a UFO sighting off the coast of California is creating quite a buzz. Fox Nation host Abby Hornacek joins me now with a reaction to it all. Abby, it's great to have you on Justice. I understand that you're very versed on all this, and, a couple of thoughts I have. There's been a secretive Pentagon unit that's been dealing with these UFOs for years, and they hid it from us. So next year, when this report comes out, what do you think will be in it?
Well, I think, Judge, what's going to be in it is that we have been witnessing these unidentified flying objects, or UAPs, what they're now called, unidentified aerial phenomena, for years. We've heard Navy pilots say it, and you mentioned that secretive unit within the Pentagon that's tasked with studying the UFOs. The former director of that, Lou Elizondo, he came out recently and said, hey, look, imagine this technology that can go 13,000 miles per hour, can do 600 to 700 G-forces, can fly through air, can fly through water, can evade our radars, and that's what we're dealing with. When he says something like that, I think we have to take this pretty seriously. And to give context to that, Judge, I had the opportunity to ride with the Blue Angels. I think we pulled around 7.4 G-forces, and or 7.4 Gs. I went out like a light, passed right out. So whoever is driving these aircrafts, or if someone's flying them, that's unlike any technology that we've seen or that we're capable of.
And so what conclusion do you draw? What conclusion do they draw from the fact that if we're passing out, at a certain level of G's, and they're how many hundreds did you say? I mean, do we think that they're extraterrestrial? What are they? Who's flying them?
Well, 6 to 700 Gs. Who's flying them? I don't know if we know that answer. I think what Senator Rubio said was very interesting. He said there's a stigma on Capitol Hill, and I think that stigma comes from the fact that anytime we talk about UFOs, people automatically assume that you're talking about aliens or extraterrestrials, and it might be that because this technology really blows everything out of the water that we've ever seen, but also we have to take it seriously as a national security threat. These unidentified flying objects are entering our restricted airspaces, particularly around military bases and nuclear weapon facilities. So if that's happening, Judge, we really have to pay attention to this.
And, there's talk about the fact that, pilots have been seeing this for years and years, and yet nothing has happened to us that we're aware of. It'll be very interesting to see what, in the end, it's all about. Do you think we'll ever comprehend it, or is it beyond our comprehension?
I hope that we eventually figure it out, because, look, I lean in the way. I think it's really fun to believe in aliens and extraterrestrials. Maybe that is what's happening here, Judge. But one of these days, I'm thinking that, Lou Elizondo also implied that we have some things in our possession that we also have not been able to identify. So hopefully with more research, maybe whoever is flying these objects or controlling these objects, maybe they're not trying to kind of enter yet, and at one point they might. So I guess we'll see what happens, Judge. If you get beamed up, I'll come save you. Don't worry.
All right. I will be relying on you, Abby. Thanks so much.